guys, this is Dr. Fastley, and here I am with another find, which is a 1953 Chevy custom truck. And here is Mr. Larry. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Well, this is one beautiful piece of art.
Thank you.
How did you acquire it, and how long this is in your family?
My dad bought it in 1974. I was 10 years old, and so it's been in our family for 51 years. And I talked him out of it when I went to college, and it was pretty much original then. 6-cylinder motor, 6-volt system. It was just pretty much an original truck.
So when this was found, was it in a barn sitting somewhere, or I mean, where did it come from originally?
We used to go to this barber shop because I actually had hair back then, and this guy would drive it to the. When we were there, he'd always show up in his truck, and my dad wanted to buy it, and he finally paid the guy $350 for it.
At that time,
and
what year was it?
74, 1974.
Man, things have changed now.
Yeah.
$50.
It was around Christmas. I
Right
think
now, you can't even buy a single tire with that amount.
No, I think the guy needed the money.
Yeah, well, and so this is a beautiful color, two-tone, purple and silver. And you said you painted this truck yourself?
In this garage,
In
yes,
this
sir.
garage, right here we're standing.
With a little Craftsman compressor back then.
Oh, that's impressive. Now, this is the engine we're looking at. Is this the one that came with it, or this was originally inside?
No, I built the truck in 2006, and I took the straight 6 out and put this was a 350 Vortec Chevrolet motor with a small cam and everything, and it put out about 300 and something horsepower, and it only has 33,000 miles on it, but it just didn't have enough power. I wanted something that had a lot of horsepower.
Yeah, because I see that it's the same color, the two-tone, silver and purple. So, guys, you got to see the inside of the engine. I mean, the inside the hood. That's a beautiful, very artistic, color matching engine, which I'll show you shortly. Now, while we are in this garage, there are a bunch of trophies here. Are these all with this truck that you won, or
almost all of them? There's about probably 5 or 6 that I won with a Riviera, a 63 Riviera I used to have. But all of these trophies, those wooden bears back there, I won those at a car show, different car shows in Ruidoso. They used to give those away. And it's been to Flagstaff and Red River. I got a trophy there. All these trophies. There's 4 or 5 more there. I won this one, that one last year, Best of Show in Artesia.
that's a big one.
And then these 2 trophies. A lot of the car shows do homemade trophies, and that's kind of like what we like. I'd rather have a homemade one than one of these.
So all these are the trophies too.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that is look. I mean, I thought that was just a car model that you bought from somewhere, but this is best truck, and just for the hell of the car show.
Yeah, they have that one here every year. Those trophies on top, that cabinet there came, one's from Flagstaff, I think, but
Okay.
this one right here. But these 3 are trophies also.
Very nice. I mean, I've not seen trophies like that, and I agree with you. This is just a personalized touch, and you value more this kind of. I have some trophies that I used to take my cars to the car show, but I don't know. I just lost the urge anymore. I mean, I just say, yeah, that's a car. That's it. I mean, usually I go to the car shows and I stay there for 1 hour and then leave.
Yeah.
Like one time last time I took the Lamborghini, and the guy said, well, there's no other car of this type. You're going to win a trophy. I said, well, how long I'm going to stay here for the trophy? Another 3 hours. I said, no, sorry, I'll leave. So I left. I said, you can mail me the trophy if you want.
Yeah.
He said, no, you got to be physically present to get one.
Well, they collect a lot of dust, but I like these kind because somebody took the time to create it, and
Picture perfect. Yeah, camera on it. Well, anyways, let's, guys, it's time to take the truck outside and take a look good under the sunlight. I can't wait to see what's inside the hood, because I've heard a lot about this color matching engine. Let's take a look. Okay, it's a 383 stroker.
yes, sir.
Please tell me about it. It's beautifully crafted.
A 383 stroker is basically a 350 with a 400 crank in it, and they changed some components so it makes the stroke of the pistons more, so it brings in more air and puts out more horsepower. So this one's somewhere around 500 horsepower, give or take. It's got two 4-barrel carburetors on it, aluminum heads. It's a full roller motor, so roller rockers, roller cam, roller lifters. It's got air conditioning, cruise control, headers. It's a pretty quick motor for as
It's a
big
piece
truck.
of art, and I love the color scheme, the purple, and then the gray combination with even the hoses are purple here. Mm-hmm. A lot of detail went into that. And you came up with this color scheme, or it was your girlfriend, or?
I came up with it. I just like purple and thought it would be a good color. Originally, the truck was going to be white and purple, and that color came off of a Chevrolet Monte Carlo. The purple actually is a Ford color that came off of a Taurus, and if you ever look up the Taurus, it's the ugliest car they ever made with purple on it, but it looked good on the truck.
How do you break down the engine? Like, this is an alternator.
Yes, sir.
What else you please describe to me?
So you have the air conditioner compressor here. This is the overflow for the radiator. If you'll notice, you don't see any wires under the hood at all except for the purple spark plug wires. I hid all the wiring, so you don't see any wiring really going to anything. Everything is hidden. I ran the wiring to the distributor, actually the distributor, the alternator, and the air conditioner. I ran it inside of brake lines and painted them silver, so you don't see any of that. The firewall is smoothed. If you notice, there's no holes in the firewall. I mounted the power brakes underneath the floor, and so I wanted a real clean look, so I've smoothed everything out.
Yeah, and so I can see from here the frame, actual frame of the car or the truck is all purple too.
Yeah, the whole frame, I completely painted it purple before I put the truck together on it.
Okay.
And I just wanted a really nice piece of art because it belonged to my dad, and it'll go to my daughter when I pass away. She gets this truck.
That's a good thought. Yeah, yeah. No, this is all it's all about, man. Just to make your car stand apart, win trophies, be proud of it. Because anybody, as I say, always can go buy a car from money, throw it, and you can get anything you want. But this is the personalized touch, and that's what makes you different and tells the story about, the acquisition. So, great, guys. So it's time to look into the interior. So we'll be back with you shortly. Here we are inside this 53 Chevy custom truck, and all these gauges obviously are custom. Where are the actual interior stuff of this truck? You replaced everything aftermarket?
Yes, the dash was factory from here to here, and I cut out the middle of the dash and added this panel, and then everything you see down here I built by hand, so I'd have a place to put air conditioner, stereo system, the air conditioner controls. I got cruise control right here it actually has cruise control. These buttons was what opens the doors from the inside.
Okay.
Right here you have your power window buttons for left and right power windows. When I put this gauge panel in, I drilled holes so you got your high beam light for your headlights, and then you have your blinkers. It's got a big stereo system, so you got your tweeters for your high range, and then down here you have your mid-range in these panels. You've got two more mid-range speakers behind the seat, and then my subwoofers and amplifier are behind the seat. It has a tilt wheel. And
No, that's I think is enough to show that the thought and the work you put in. Now the upholstery here, I see that the upholstery is also the purple gray matching the color of the truck. So you came up with this idea too? Or?
Yes, sir. And my brother-in-law actually did the upholstery for me, the door panels, the roof, and everything. The seat came out of a 2009 Chevy Blazer S10, and I had the top of the seats cut down so that it wouldn't block the window, because we actually chopped the top.
Okay. And what about these? This is just the leather on top?
It's fake leather.
Uh-huh.
Everything is fake leather. We actually called this the junkyard dog when I built it, because it's built out of parts of all these different cars. You know, I was trying to save money. The tilt column came out of a station wagon. The seats came out of a Blazer. The front suspension and the rear suspension out of a Mustang, because I needed some Ford parts to slow the truck down. It was too fast with Chevy, so I had to put some Ford parts.
So you're saying that the Ford has slow cars?
Yeah, I had to slow down.
Guys, whoever owns Ford, that's the message to you. Ford car is slow.
Sorry to all my friends that have Ford cars, but
No, but I have Fords. But yeah, I mean, I gotta go with his assessment here.
a lot of Ford guys put Chevy motors to make them fast. So
Okay, great. Well, let's talk about the bed of the truck. Okay, so it's a huge bed of this truck. This is all the lid. You made the lid, and it looks like it's fiberglass.
actually, the lid is made by a company called Gaylords, and they're the only ones that make a lid for this truck that has the sides that go up.
Let's take a look inside. Well, you can put a lot of dead bodies in there.
This is a factory size bed. I had to add the fender wells in here because it's got wide tires under the back. So I built these by hand to put wide tires. I leave this in here all the time because when you go to car shows, you got to have an ice chest, and so I just put that in here.
Mm-hmm. Well, in fact, I mean, I'm not kidding. At least 2 people can easily sleep in here. If you go camping or something on this truck, I mean, just put a little mattress inside and
You could.
have fun.
And these trucks had chains that held the tailgate shut, and I put hidden tailgate latches, so I got these little levers here.
It extends further.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so if you notice, there's no chains, no holes.
Yes.
It's all, I just wanted it real clean.
Okay, great. Now, these, mufflers, these pipes are chrome and looks very elegant with the overall schematic of this truck.
I wanted big pipes. Originally, I was going to put flamethrowers. A lot of the hot rodders put the flamethrowers. So I put these big pipes at an angle so I could shoot flames. And then I found out it's like a felony on the street if you shoot flames. So,
Really, is it?
yeah, you can do it on private property or a private event, but if you shoot flames on the street, they can really bust you for
Well,
that.
guys, this is good to know because I bought a Nissan GTR 2013. It has 300 miles on it. It sits in my garage, and the sole reason I bought that GTR is, first of all, it kicked my Ferrari 458's butt. I couldn't keep up with them. I was 180 miles an hour, and they were always 185, 90. I mean, the moment I'll come close to them, they will take off further. That's number one reason I got that. GTR has nice cars, but the other reason I wanted to put flamethrowers in the back, and the plate of my GTR says Godzilla, which is the Japanese monster. So, but are you sure? Because
You better check the local laws before you shoot the flames now.
yeah, I've never put that kit on it, to be honest. I wanted to,
Yeah.
but that's the whole reason I bought it, other than what I told you about it. So, well, that's information for me.
I still may do it at some point, but like I said, I've heard that you have to be at a private show event or
Well,
something.
then
to
that's
do
not
that.
fun, man. I would like to burn somebody in the back who's too close to my car
Right.
or tailgating me.
Well, you're a doctor, so you can fix them.
Well, yeah, it will get ugly. All right.
If you notice, the truck's called Dad's 53.
Yes.
Because it was my dad's truck. So I got the personalized tags that said Dad's 53.
What 53 means on it?
53 Chevy.
Okay. Oh, all right. I see.
And then the dashboard has a hand-painted thing that says Dad's 53, and also under the hood. So that's the name of the truck, is Dad's 53.
Tell me about the front. It looks like a dolphin, with eyes and.
Yeah,
What is it?
These trucks had a piece of chrome here. They were a two-piece type hood, and I welded it together. But other than that, this is the way they pretty much look. Now the headlights used to stick out, and I did what they call Frenching the headlights, where you move them in. So these are sunk in, that's not stock. The headlights are called tri-bar. They were like in some of the old Jaguars and stuff, they used what they called the tri-bar looking headlights. So I put those in there. I put the blinkers in here.
Yeah, it's all flushed in.
Yeah, these trucks didn't have blinkers back in the day at all. No blinkers. And it's the factory steel bumper, but I shortened it and I cut holes in it and added these driving lights in there. So every bit of this truck has been massaged with different custom.
And what are these? These cuts up here?
The vents I put in because once I took the chrome off, the hood looked like a big old banana, just boring. So I cut these holes and welded steel rod and put these vents in there just to add a little flavor to the truck.
I think you did the right thing. And these were just all stock design, or
all
those
stock design.
53 Chevy trucks at in those times, huh?
Some of them had chrome, and then when the war was going, the government wanted to use the metal for artillery, this and that, so they went to painted. So certain years of these trucks had very little chrome on them because of the war. But so these weren't chrome, and I went ahead and just painted it and went for that look.
Looks great. All right. Well, guys, stay tuned for more. So the rims, so look, every fine detail. These are purple valve caps or covers. So what were the actual rims that came with it?
They actually came with a steel rim with a little chrome hubcap in the middle, and they were little skinny bias ply tires, you know, back when they were original. So American Racing makes these torque thrust 2s, or what they're called. They're real popular on street rods and older hot rods, and I've always liked the torque thrust 2s, so that's what I bought. And then the spinners were extra. Everything they sell is expensive, so I finally decided I wanted the spinners, so I put those on last year.
So they do spin when they move the truck?
Yeah, they just spin with the wheel, but they look like the knockoffs on the old race cars. That's how they changed the tires. They had a rubber hammer that spun those off, and they could change them real fast. So they're just for looks, but you will see those occasionally on street rods.
And then this platform here, it was just added later on, or was it part of the body?
It's factory. It's the running boards. That's how they used to step in and out of the truck, because these trucks the running boards would have been way up here. But I've lowered the truck so low to the ground, you know, that they're just really basically for looks, because you can step right in the truck.
It adds to the character of the truck. And so what are the size of these wheels? It looks like they're bigger.
They're 50 series on the back, so they're real wide for traction and everything. And then they're 60 series on the front. And it just gives it that hot rod look to it.
And you're talking about that the roof is chopped, or?
Yeah, the roof is chopped. These windows used to be way up here. So we dropped about almost 3 inches off of the roof. We cut out of the whole truck and then dropped the roof down.
And you also put this
these were
glass windows in the back?
These were on the deluxe model Chevys only. They called them New View. A lot of the Chevy trucks don't have those, but this one came factory with them. But I had to get all the glass cut custom because of chopping the roof. So these I had to get cut out of California. The rest of the glass was cut here in town.
And it's it's like all curved, and to curve this glass like this, I mean, that must be a...
And if you notice, there's no drip rails like most cars have drip rails. I shaved off the drip rails and I welded a rod in here and then smoothed it. And same way across here, and put the third brake light in. None of that came factory on 1953.
A lot of details on it, and everything adds to the image of this truck. So, and this fender, was it the way it was?
Yeah,
stock fender?
Stock fender, except the gas tank in these used to have I take it back, they were behind the seat, and you'd put the gas in on the side. And I changed the tank under the seat and put the gas tank filler in here.
Okay.
So that wasn't factory.
Okay.
And also these were called stake beds. So used to they'd put wood. So when I built this, these were cut off right here, and I added the bottom on to make it fit the shape of the truck.
Okay. Now, guys, this guy, Larry, has a passion for cars. He has some other cars too, which we'll shoot later on individually for videos. But let me show you this. His motorcycle is Harley Davidson. Is on this side. And, you know, I'm not a motorbike guy, but this bike deserves special attention here. So, Larry, I mean, this thing is obnoxiously beautiful. What is this?
It's a 2001 Harley Davidson Screaming Eagle. So it was their high performance model. They only put a limited number each year out of each model. So there was only 840, I think, built this color for 1 year only. And then the next year they come out with a different color for that year only. But the Screaming Eagle came with this face, and then it follows all the way through down to the bag. But this also has a matching trunk that goes on the back right here. So if you want to travel, it's a little trunk with a little tail on it, like a Mustang GT. It has a little tail, but
Yeah.
For a Harley, and I know people will laugh, but it's extremely fast for a Harley Davidson. It's got the bigger camshafts and the motors souped up, or more high performance than a standard Harley Davidson.
Well, bikes are not my thing, but it always excites me. And being a doctor, I've seen so many bad accidents that it just turns me off. But I would love to have one of these, especially this is a pristine blue color, especially the black ones with more heavier bikes. Are they pretty heavy? Like
they're about 900 something pounds.
900 pounds.
So you don't want it to fall over on you.
Yeah. Well,
you don't want to lean it over too far.
Yeah. Well kept. So guys, now it's time for my favorite part of the car interview, which is taking the moving shots. So we'll be on the road shortly. Stay tuned. All right, guys, time to take a ride with Larry in this spaceship. So, Larry, what do you like about this car the most?
It's just comfortable to drive, and it reminds me of when I was a little kid riding in this car. At 10 years old, riding with my dad in here. Of course, it didn't look like this, but
yeah. I mean, it's a lot of sentimental value that if it's been in your family for that long. The way you put things together also speaks to itself about how OCD you are, which is a good thing. I'm OCD. I want things certain way, equal distance, and this color and that color, and there's nothing wrong with that.
yes, sir.
And you said you're never going to sell this car, would you? Ever?
Never.
It will just always stay in his family.
For no amount.
No amount. And that's it, man. In some things you can't put a price tag on. I mean, people say there is a price for everything, but no, I disagree. There's some things that you can't put a price tag on.
I've been offered a lot of money for it, but I promised it to my daughter, and I told my dad when he gave it to me that I would never sell it. It'd stay in the family.
Yeah. Well, I don't blame you.
Well, that's what I plan on doing.
Okay. So anything else you plan to add on this truck now, or just all finally done and that's it?
Pretty much done. It's got cruise control, tilt wheel, air conditioning, power windows. I've got a heck of a stereo system in it, so there's really nothing else. It cruises down the highway like a new car.
Yeah. And he's right, because we were just following him, making his videos when we take the moving shots, and this thing takes off. I mean, I'm in a Z06 Corvette, and I was quite behind, but then I had to catch up to him.
Yeah, I'm putting out about, like I said, around 500 horsepower, but it's got highway gears in it, which if I put lower gears, it would really go fast, but I drive it to a lot of car shows out of town, so I like to have highway gears.
Okay, great. So guys, like, subscribe, and share. Live life in the fast lane. You got one life. Learn from people like Larry. Do what you want to do and make it happen. There's not much time in life, okay? So be proud, work hard, and stay blessed. See you in the fast lane. guys, this is Dr. Faston again, and I'm here to show you Larry's restroom. And this restroom is a different category. It's not the typical restroom looks like. It's a car guy restroom. Let me first of all show you the entrance of that, the way it looks. So this is the area that he decorated. Up here you can see all these nice signs. That's Larry. That's the restroom. And there's a barbecue grill, this typical man cave. All these decals and plates, and let's get in. Now, nobody's sitting on the toilet seat, that's good. Now look here, Larry, so what are these lights and what's that?
This came off of a 1920-something Dodge truck that my uncle had parts on, and I had a mirror cut for it, and thought it would make a good mirror in here.
Okay, and you said all these small cars that you see are from your childhood? That's what you had?
Yeah, I had those since I was probably 10, 11. Some of these even younger than that, and saved them all these years.
And all these oil cans, and these are the hot rods up here. And
some parts off old trucks like my 53. This is a speaker grill.
mm-hmm.
This cabinet's off an old gas station where they used to have ignition parts and stuff. They had these cabinets.
And same thing, you said this tractor or whatever that thing is also from your childhood when you were 7-year-old.
Yep, old road grader. Just makes it interesting when you come out of the garage to come into the bathroom.
Oh yeah. Well, trust me, man. If I was a bachelor, I would have nothing in my house except not even a kitchen, just a garage and one bed.
Even my towel holder is a rod out of an engine.
That's nice. Look at that.
I don't know if you saw the toilet paper holder. It's a ratchet and a wrench.
That's creative. And then that's where that's what, the gearbox?
Actually, that's an old plumber's pot that they melted lead for when they were plumbing.
All right, guys. So I hope you enjoyed the restroom. Me and Larry are in here together. That's not cool, but let's just get out of here before somebody sees
Right.
both of us getting out of the restroom at the same time.
Exactly.
That won't be good. So like, subscribe, and share. See you in the fast lane.